Since I know most of my subscribers and viewers of this channel must be movie lovers, I'm sure you've seen Letterboxd show up on the red carpet with the little microphone that has the... What's the order? I always get the order wrong. I think it's orange, green, blue. Blue, green, orange. I'm gonna leave that in. See how right I was. And they ask celebrities what their 4 favorite films are. Some of them knock it out of the park. Most of them say shit that I've never heard of because either it's a film that was made in the basement of somebody that's a cousin of one of the directors they knew when they were in high school. Every once in a while you get the basic picks, which tend to lean my way. Sorry. Now I know I'm not the first person to do this, but on this video, there's gonna be a little twist, a plot twist, if you will. But what I'm gonna be doing basically is ranking those submitted viewers' Letterboxd 4, top 4. Shall I do that again? I'm gonna rate your Letterboxd. If you're not familiar with Letterboxd, there's a link down below to my profile, but then you can surf the app or the website. It's essentially like IMDb, but also kind of mixed with social media, like Instagram kinda, but it's just for movies, it's just for logging films. So the idea is you check in whatever movie you're watching, and then you can rate it. It's a 5-star rating. You can give it a little review. You can make your own personal list of like your favorite, you know, pretentious films. The main thing about Letterboxd is when you go to your profile, you see your little picture, if you have a little bio, very similar to any other social media. But then right at the top of the header of your screen, you get to pick your 4 favorite films. You can change those whenever you want. You can reorder them. But that's basically the first thing people see along with your name and your profile picture. So this is not intended to be a roasting gig, but if it turns out to be that, just know that I love all of you. You're presumably one of my subscribers or viewers of this channel. So it's all in good fun. We're gonna start with my 4, and I'm sure you're gonna see my 4, and you're gonna go, man, this guy is a basic bitch if I've ever seen one. Just think if I'd filmed this about a month later, I could have a pumpkin spice latte out here, but that'll be on the next round. Now make sure you stick around as I get through these. I'm gonna do 8 profiles right away, and I'm gonna do a random name generator. I got over 50 responses in my initial post. They're still coming in actually, but I wanted to record the first round of this series or game, and I'll tell you what the plot twist is here. So we're gonna do a group of 8 here. I'm gonna start with the first profile. A random name generator is gonna pop out from everybody that submitted. That person will get a number 1. The next one I do will get a number 2, a number 3, and so on until we get to 8. And then if I have time, I'll do another 8. So 1 through 8, basically you're gonna be like on, kind of like, you know how you get picked in teams and the coach is like 1, 2, 3, all the 1s over here, all the 2s over here. You'll see what's happening, but pay attention to the number that I'm gonna put on the screen for the profile that gets selected, because that's gonna be the number assigned to the person when we get to the next wave of this game.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck
was that?
It'll all make sense. I thought it was only fair that I show you my Letterboxd profile. I have it up here. This is me. God, this thing is good. Amanda Seyfried from Jennifer's Body, right off the bat. By the way, you can get a header photo there, which is a image that comes over from your number 1 on your Letterboxd 4. Now, mine change. Is there a bit of pretentiousness in this? Yes. There absolutely is. So as we scroll through here, the awards garage, blah, blah, blah. Find me on YouTube telling you who or what's about to win an Oscar. If you follow my channel, you know that. But here's what I'm going to be looking at today for the most part. Obviously, if you're familiar with Letterboxd, which anybody that submitted to this obviously is, but anybody else, all this stuff is normal. You have a watch list. You can add so you don't forget what movies you want to check out. But what we're going to be looking at is, like I said, you'll see the profile and the name up top, and then you'll scroll down here to your favorite films. And then right under that, you'll see your recent activity, which is basically the last 4 films that you watched. My current 4 theme is women directors. So I do change it usually about once a month, and there's always a theme of some kind. So right now it's Jennifer's Body, Revenge, which is Coralie Farjad's first film, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, what a fucking... and Lost in Translation, my favorite Sofia Coppola film. So that's my top 4. So as an example, if I was ranking this or rating this, this would be a fucking 5 out of 5 banger masterpiece, all time, the greatest shit I've ever seen in my life, right? The random name generator, Mystic Luna, Mystic _ Luna. All right, so let's go up here to the search field. That's just Mystic Luna. Mystic _ Luna is her YouTube name. That's different. There she is. Let's click on her. Luna, how you doing? You know what I'm saying?
How you doing?
All right, let's see. Luna says she's likely on Letterboxd's Instagram story. Okay, that's cool. She got a, obviously, I was joking, but obviously a very beautiful profile picture there. And I can right away tell, based on the header, that Honora is not only in her 4 favorites, but it is at her number 1. I have literally a fucking Anora t-shirt on right now. By the way, this is in my shop. It's a custom tee for us that were in the Anora Hive last season, which I'm sure Luna probably knows that. Get the t-shirt. It's an exclusive. So obviously I'm in love with this. All right, so now off to a great start. Luna is the number one that I'm going over, but also she has that one on her. Remember, that's her seed, or she's a 1 seed. So as we go down here, is she gonna let me down here? Because, sometimes it'll it's that meme, of the horse where it's like the head is really beautiful. And then as you get further down the body and then the ass is like hand drawn by like a 2-year-old. So I hope that doesn't happen with Luna. I will roast her if it does. Is that Vanessa Kirby profile picture? Hang on. That's probably her. Yeah, yeah. Luna, I'm into it. You're doing good things over there. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, okay, so here's our 4 favorites. Holy shit, you can't get better. Anora, man, it's gonna be, you're good already. Bound. Oh boy, Jennifer Tilly. Man, Bound, that's Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon. I couldn't think of that. That is a fucking sexy movie. It's like a crime thriller from the 90s. I've seen that a couple times. I actually watched it recently for a podcast I was on like 3 years ago, and it holds up. And then Guillermo del Toro, The Shape of Water. This is his Oscar winner. So you're 3 for 3 here. I don't like Wes Anderson. Now, something I didn't say in my intro is I'm going to add any movie I haven't seen to my watch list. So let's do it. I have not seen this one because, all right, there you go. It's on my watch list. So Grand Budapest Hotel is one that I know did get a lot of Oscar nominations that year, which would have been 2015, right? So I was covering the Oscars back then, but I just didn't catch this one because I kind of grew tired of the Wes Anderson thing. I'm sorry. I know it's like cool and he's like hip or like whatever, I understand. So in looking at Luna and her Letterboxd 4 here, she has 3 bangers that I'm like at least a 4 out of 5 on. Anora's a 5 out of 5. It's literally like a 300,000 out of 5. I love that movie. I can't talk down to the Wes Anderson Grand Budapest Hotel because I never saw it. But I do know that, he's weird. It's a weird thing, but it's like the same shit over and over again. Whatever. I would probably give her Letterboxd 4 here a 4 out of 5. All right, random name generator. Coram Dio. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let me type it in here. Coram D with a C. This must be you. You're a patron. I'm into it. I'm going to click on this thing here. And there he is. He's at what is this on the header? That's a young child with a lot of freckles. I don't know this movie. It looks like he's reading Arabic or something like that on the documents there. I don't know that film. That's a bad start. But it could end up on the watch list, like I said. So let's look at profile picture here for Coram Dio. What the fuck is going on here, buddy? You're looking into a device from the Starship Enterprise. I'm not quite sure what's happening, but you're a patron. You're definitely a movie guy. You've done 1,100 films, 74 this year. Actually, you're pretty close to me. I just passed 80, so we're right there together. Where is the friend's house? What is this? Let me go to the info page. So this is from Iran. Okay, so it was Iranian language. An 8-year-old boy must return his friend's notebook he took by mistake, lest his friend be punished by expulsion from school. I have not seen that. It is going on the watch list. It's got a 4.4 rating overall. Some of my friends have seen it. Wow, my daughter has seen it. She gave it 4.5 stars. Now, these other 3 I have definitely seen, and these 2, you're fucking onto something, brother. Arrival brings back a little PTSD for me, though, because that's the one that Amy Adams got snubbed, possibly the greatest snub in Oscars history for Arrival. Holy shit. And then Magnolia, I mean, that's a freaking classic. PTA, Tom Cruise, Oscar nomination for that, Philip Seymour Hoffman. I mean, this is an all-timer from 1999, right at the turn of the century. So, yeah, you're on to something there. That's a 5 out of 5 for me. And then The Iron Giant, also 99. I would say also probably about a 4 out of 5 for yours as well, because these 2 are 5 out of 5 bangers right here. There's just nothing. These 2 just absolutely slay. I don't know this one, so I'm going to pretend like that one's not even there. So, yeah, probably a 4 out of 5 for yours too. Remember, you're the number 2 seed. Thanks for the submission. All right, so the randomizer next gave me one of my channel members. Uh-oh, I might be canceling your membership. All right. Here she is. Yeah, I know her. She's one of my members. Oh, God. You guys with this Wes Anderson shit. I mean, it's like, we get it, dude. It's quirky. We know. Although I will say this is one of the better ones. All right, so that's obviously the Royal Tenenbaums, which I don't hate. Ooh, you got me back. Mother, what an underseen Bong Joon-ho. Wow. What? Alien? Another 5 out of 5. Deep Red, is that the Argento? The Dario, hold on a second. That is, yeah, the Dario Argento from the year I was born. I have not seen that in 30 years, maybe. An English pianist living in Rome witnesses the brutal murder of his psychic neighbor. I'm trying to remember this movie. Let me put it on my watch list. I've seen it, but it's been so long that I literally can't remember it even from looking at pictures of it. So I'm going to put it on my watch list. The other three I have seen, and you got something going here. Now, I could roast beyond that. Recent Activity is even good. Look at this shit. Holy, you're on a run of some classic stuff. Why did you watch this? So, channel member, I'm not going to be able to roast you too badly because these are all good. I don't really like the Wes Anderson thing, but that's just a personal thing for me. I would probably give you as well a 4 out of 5 because I don't remember the Argento, but I do. Obviously, he's a freaking master of horror, Italian horror. So, the Bong Joon-ho Mother entry, though, guys, see that. All right, so remember Smash there was the 3 seed. So let's do the randomizer and see who the 4 seed is. Cuddler Corey. Wait a minute, that might be Lord, actually. Is that Lord, the pop singer? I think that's Lord. This is Lord's profile? Oh my God. Either that or she looks a lot like Lord. She's followed by my friend Kayla, channel member, by the way. Oh my God, she has no header picture, so I get to see the 4 right up front. I have so many emotions running through my body because you have Paris, Texas, which is a bona fide masterpiece, like literally one of the top 100 greatest films of all time. But then you have The Tree of Life, which is the worst experience I've probably ever had in a movie theater, and I've gone to the movies like 1,000 times. I just fucking hated the pretentiousness of Terrence Malick. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, I can't vibe with the 2.5-hour screensavers that Malick is doing, you know? I mean, for the most part, and this is one of them. I mean, you know, I don't want to get off on a soapbox. I know it's one of your favorites. I'm so sorry, Corey. Then you got Kubrick, a classic, 2001. Godzilla, is that the original? That's a throwback, dude. 5 stars for the 54. That's the OG, I think. Wow, look at that thing. So I'll give you, I'm going to put the, well, I've seen that before though. I'm only going to add them to my watch list if I haven't seen them. So these 2 are like 5 stars. This one's a 0 star, which hurts you in the end. I hate this movie. Not your fault. I'm glad that you love it. I hate it. So overall, I'm going to give you like a 3.5 out of 5. Cutter Corey. Remember, you're the 4 seed. Remember, you're number 4, so this could all come back around. Sit tight. But thanks for the submission. And if you're the Lord, if you're the singer, Lord, you know, Royals and all that shit, thanks for being a subscriber. You know, I love your music. We've been getting a lot of ladies. Let's see. That's cool. I didn't know it was going to be an all-female thing that I'm doing. We're going to be doing our number 5 next. All right, so let's see who our 5th seed is. The randomizer is SCW. That's a regular to my channel. And he said his name is Slick Cinema Nick. Oh my God. Slick Cinema Nick. All one word. Is that you there, buddy? That must be you. I think the header is if you're a pro or above. So if you have the free account, you don't get the header, I think. He's got a quote from Tom Cruise here. I'm not grading that, but I like that. All right, so Back to the Future is also not in my 4, obviously, on Letterboxd, but it's also probably my top 4 of all time, period. I'm not talking about for Letterboxd, I mean just for movies. So I like the Back to the Future entry. Rocky, I mean, sure, whatever, you know, sure. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, classic, John Hughes, 86. Actually, these are 85, 86. And then 17 again with Zac Efron and Matthew Perry, rest in peace. What? Why the fuck is this on here, SCW? What's this fucking, is this weird to anybody else? I feel like this is weird. Hang on. 17 again is a fun watch with some silly moments, good performances, and a touching ending. Zac Efron and Matthew Perry, although polar opposites, were absolutely the right choices for the film. I agree with that. I thought it was good casting. But 4.5 stars, and in your Letterboxd 4, 17 again, is a weird pull, brother. As you can see, I gave it 3 stars. But yeah, it's not bad. I'm trying to see. So 2.8 is the consensus on that, SCW. And you gave it 4.5. And it's in your Letterboxd 4, and it's on your profile page. Yikes. Hey, but you are who you are. I love it. I love you. I want you to love what you love. So I'm probably going to give yours like a 3 out of 5. Sorry. You're the 5 seed. Remember that. We got 3 more to go in this first little round here. All right, so the random generator, Dylan Dew. Oh my God, bro. If you submitted in this game, rest in peace, because this is the fucking 4 right here. Holy shit. Does Dylan Dew watch my channel and did this because he knew I was going to be looking at his profile? Because this is almost fucking perfect. Holy God. Okay, Gone Girl, 9 out of 10 for me. Mia Goth is in your 4, bro. 9 out of 10 in Pearl. 10 out of 10 in Kill Bill. 9 out of 10 in the substance. This is a 5 out of 5 Letterboxd 4 right here for me. Sorry. I'm literally blown away by this. Holy fucking shit. So this is a good one. Is that basic, guys? I don't know. Is that basic? This is my shit right here. Dylan Dew is in it. What a 4. 5 out of 5. Next. All right, so that was number 6. I have to do the 7 seed now. So the randomizer is going to give me Willow. Willow, I believe, is a regular to the channel too. Is it just under Willow? Let's see. Willow Steele, I think she said. She said Willow D. Steele. Is that right? She's a regular to the channel too, and she's a patron of Letterboxd. Ooh, Lost in Translation. Guess what? I think this might be the first crossover with my 4. Remember I had Lost in Translation on my 4? Off to a good start, Willow. I see you. Also followed by Kayla. Like, Kayla, what's going on here? All right, so let's see what Willow's got going on. Channel regular. Willow. I love the Lost in Translation. What the shit? Okay, so hang on. First of all, you can tell, like me, that Willow is a patron because she's got all the posters, like, you know, shit that you've never seen before, but that's fine. Look at this Bones and All poster. I've never even seen that one, and that's also a 5-star movie for me. Like, what is this even? Empire Strikes Back. Has it aged where I want to, like, watch it right now? No, it hasn't. But let's be honest, it's one of the greatest sequels of all time. So I'm okay with you having it in there. I am kind of surprised that Empire Strikes Back would be on a 4 with Lost in Translation. But then also with White Christmas. Is that Bing Crosby's from the 50s? Good God, this is one of your favorites. I mean, Willow, see what she says here. So you watched it at the holidays and you said you love this film. It's your annual watch. From the performances to the costumes, the incredible sound stages, and so much more. Just love it. Sure. I love that you love it, and I love that you're that passionate about it. I haven't seen this since I was a kid. God's Own Country, you gave 5 stars. You just watched it back in May. Francis Lee. Oh, that's my boy, Josh O'Connor, right? Is that who that is? I don't know this movie. All right, so we got one for the watch list. God's Own Country. A young farmer in rural Yorkshire numbs his daily frustrations with binge drinking and casual sex until the arrival of a Romanian migrant worker. Gay, perhaps? And also, this came out the same year as Call Me By Your Name. That's what it's giving. It's giving Call Me By Your Name. I love gay sex and cinema, so I'm into it. What? I'm on board, but it's kind of weird to me. I feel like this is one my great-grandmother would have on her 4. I don't know. She's like 100, so. God's Own Country is one I have not seen, so I can't really dock you for that one. So overall, you're probably sitting around a 3 out of 5. I love you. Thanks for being a channel regular. All right, so that was a 7. So before I reveal to you guys what the plot twist of this whole video and kind of series is going to be, we have to do our 8. So let's get the randomizer in here. It's a Rat Man with an underscore. All right, not the Batman. That's not it. This is it. This must be it. Rat Man. Also followed by Kayla. Somebody get Kayla on the phone, sweetheart. This is crazy. Does she know all these people? Maybe she suggested you all for the game. And thank you, Kayla, if you did. So no header, so I see the movies right away, and I love all these. I can tell you right now, just at first glance. So Everything Everywhere All at Once, obviously Oscar winner. You know, sometimes the worst thing that can happen to one of your favorite movies is for it to win the Oscar for Best Picture. You know, same thing happened for me with Parasite because it won, and then like now they did that list. You know, the New York Times did that list, and it got voted number 1. Everybody's like, "Oh, so boring." Like, "Oh, obviously," you know. And it's like, dude, you know, I mean, of course, it's the fucking best. You know, it's one of the best. Shin Godzilla is an inspired pick from 2016. This one was really, really good. I really like this one. But Shin Godzilla is a kind of a good dark horse. And then this is a banger, dude. James Gunn? Let's fucking go. Yes, sir. Super. To me, it's hilariously ironic that this, with Dwight Schrute as a vigilante superhero with fucking pajamas on, is the best superhero movie that James Gunn's ever been behind. Maybe it's a hot take, but I enjoy this movie more than any of the rest of those. And then I love Shamalama Ding Dong Signs. You're doing your thing. What's this user's name again? Ratman? Never mind. I'm done with you. No, I'm just kidding. Ratman _. You're doing your thing. It's a quietly creepy film. It's Shamalama Ding Dong at his best. He had a freaking tear with Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and then Signs. So I'm going to say 4.5 out of 5 for this one, Ratman. Just to give you an idea, so the 1 seed ended up being Luna because she was drawn versus randomly. So she would be the 1 seed, and she would be playing against the 8th seed, which would be Ratman. So as you can see, the matchup's going to be Luna's 4 with Honora in the mix, and Ratman's with, man, how am I going to do this? So we'll get there in a second. Let's do 8 more, and then we'll have another bracket that'll kind of come down. And then the next video I do, we'll get 2 more brackets. And basically, if you win your bracket, you're in the final 4, just like March Madness. So you guys know that, right? And you compete for who I think has the best Letterboxd 4, which nobody gives a shit what I think. Next, all right, so the randomizer gave us D. Sullivan, 11, I think it said. Sully, all right. Is this Captain Sully Sullenberger? I don't know, we had Lord on here, we had Vanessa Kirby, so it could be. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. All right, so here we go. Sully. So Sully is going to be 1 on that other bracket that we're doing. So, wow. What the fuck am I looking at here? All right, so he's from Twin Peaks. Let's see what he did there. So obviously Sully is a bit of an old soul. Is this Paul Newman in the profile picture? It is a young Paul Newman. I'm going to eliminate Sully's profile now. So sorry, man. Bye. All right, so Annie Hall, I do know. The Night of the Hunter. In Depression-era West Virginia, a serial-killing preacher hunts 2 young children who know the whereabouts of a stash of money. Robert Mitchum. Wow. Don't know that one. It's going on the watch list. I don't know a lot of old films, so it's funny that I drew yours because I think 3 out of 4 might go on the watch list. Although, is this... so I do know this one. This is the one that actually just got remade from Spike Lee with Denzel Washington. So I have seen that one, but it's been a really long time. As you can see, I didn't even rate it. And then Nashville is an Oscar winner from 1975. I feel like I've seen it. It's so kismet that I drew your profile, even though I don't have enough commentary to give because I have only seen one of these or remember only one of them. But what's so funny about that is I'm going to be doing an Oscars retrospective with my friend Cody, and he chose this year, 1975, I mean. So Nashville was, I believe, nominated that year for picture. I don't remember if it won or not. I can't dock you, though, because I haven't seen these or I don't remember them. So I'll just be nice and give you a 4 out of 5. Dude, I love what you're doing, Sully. You might actually be Captain Sully Sullenberger. Literally, this is probably what his looks like. Oh boy, all that talk about my friend Kayla, who follows everybody, and guess who I just got in the randomizer? Kayla. Violent Stars? What? By the way, Kayla is so generous. She's a patron of Letterboxd. She's literally keeping cinema alive. She's a patron of Letterboxd and to me. God knows to what the fuck is this? Oh my God, do I know this? Oh, that's the movie we saw together. I forgot that scene. That's frightening. I do follow her, but this is funny. This is my son's account. My 12-year-old son follows her. Kayla, you're in the mix here with the Letterboxd users. Okay, so let's go. So this is Close, which is was it French? I think this is a French film, I think. And I gave it 4 stars. Kayla must like it a little bit more. She's got in her 4 favorites. This is a beautiful movie, though. I remember being surprised in 23's Oscars that it didn't get nominated for International Feature or really anything. The Blue Giant. What the fuck is this? I don't know if I know this. Do I know this? Is this like the Iron Giant, but it's blue or something? So I told you I'd add it to my watch list. Bam, there we go. It's on the watch list. I don't know that one. I Cannot Be Stopped, she says, meaning that she watches it a lot, apparently, once a month. All right. I refuse to ever stop talking about this. That's fair. Okay, I can see that. I know The Departed, but what poster, what are you doing here? What is this? This is too much. Can I change? You can't change members' posters, only your own? All right, well, I'm going to submit that to Letterboxd. Don't do that. This is too much. Okay, unless that's your artwork and you actually made that poster, you don't need to do all that. You also watch this one a lot. Did you know that this is a remake of I believe, a Korean film? There's the poster you should be using, by the way. It's The Departed. And what are you doing? The Good, Bad, and the Ugly is great. Clint Eastwood, Old West. I love Clint. I love this movie. One of my favorites from that era of like Western Clint. So Kayla, who I know really, really well, who I feel comfortable roasting above everybody else probably on this video, I can't really roast. K-pop Demon Hunter, she gave a 5. She's doing good things over there. I'm not going to dock you for The Blue Giant because I don't know that one. You're going to get a 4 out of 5. And I'm not just saying that because I know her, guys, or because she's a member of this channel. Actually, maybe that's a little bit of the reason. But it's a good profile nonetheless. So Kayla was the 2 seed. So let's throw in another randomizer here. So the randomizer gave me Corey Martin, and he said he's Martin Jr. 1957. So he might be older as well. Is that right? Hang on. That's not right. Martin Jr. 1257, so he's really old. Corey Martin, here he is, and he said over there that he's new to Letterboxd, but that he thinks I'm really going to like his profile. So obviously he's a regular to the channel, so thank you so much, Corey Martin. Also followed by Kayla. This is getting out of hand. Okay, let's look here. Yeah, these are all bangers. I'm not going to look at recent activity quite yet. So your 4 favorites, and you're right. So he's only got 37 films logged, 8 of which were this year. Corey, welcome to Letterboxd, man. You're off to a whipping start here. The Dark Knight is a 5 out of 5 movie for me. Shawshank is a 5 out of 5 film for me. Social Network is a 5 out of 5 film for me. And Back to the Future, as I said on our previous users' Letterboxd, is also a 5 out of 5 for me, which means you are going to get a 5 out of 5. Now, the one thing I will say, Corey, and you're new to Letterboxd, so I'm not going to dock you on this. This is a little basic, all right? So branch out, Corey. You know, I mean, I know you just joined. You've seen 37 films. Let's see here. The Final Reckoning, you overrated that. It's not a 4 out of 5. It's maybe a 2.5 out of 5. Sorry. 5 out of 5 on Sinners, I'm okay with. So in Corey's defense, it looks like he's sticking to pretty much the mainstream stuff here. Nothing too crazy or nothing that I'm not familiar with. You're getting a 5 from me because I love all these movies. I love that Corey's a regular to the channel. Thanks for submitting your profile. All right, the randomizer gave me Tyray93. Yeah, Tyray93. So I got to hit members, I guess. Here we go. Tyray93, is that you? Tyray Odom. Meow. Although that's Janet Jackson. So a lot of celebrities from different eras visiting my profile. I don't know. I don't do the celebrity photo as my profile pic. I would much rather see the person, Tyray, she or he or whatever you are, but I do love Janet, so you got that going for you. So let's see here. Favorite films. The Color Purple, Do the Right Thing, right off the bat. 2 great movies. Do the Right Thing especially as a 5 out of 5 for me. Color Purple will probably be like a 4 out of 5, but also in fairness, with the exception of that musical remake they did, which I did like with Daniel Harris and Haley Bailey, who I love. I haven't seen that original from '85 in a long time. Chicago, I don't know. I mean, it's good. It's okay. It would probably be like a 3.5. So that one's going to hurt you a little bit in the overall score. And then 10 Things I Hate About You. How good is this thing, man? Another 99 film. A lot of 99 films I'm seeing. And, you know, Heath Ledger, Julia Stiles even. I mean, this is a good movie that I haven't logged on here because I haven't watched it apparently since I had my Letterboxd, which means I haven't seen this in like 5 years. Man, that's crazy. I need to rewatch this thing. I love this movie. I also love Gabrielle Union in this film. Hot, bro. Hot. Or sis. Hot. Janet, I'm going to say banger, banger, classic. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Great. Thanks for the submission. So Tyray was the 4 seed, which means we need our 5 seed. And the randomizer gave us a frickin' legend. Oh my God. I'm just honored that he submitted. Ryan Castleman is my guy. He also does a great awards channel, by the way. So check him out if you are not familiar with him. I need to follow him. Why don't I follow Ryan? Maybe I'll edit around that as if I already did. My bad, bro. Although he doesn't follow me either, so never mind. Unfollow. I'm kidding. I'm going to follow you again. Now he's going to get 2 notifications. I'm going to look like a weirdo. All right, let's look. So no header because he doesn't have the pro or above. So that's fine. So we're going right into it here. Another Do the Right Thing. You're off to a good start, Ryan. Sideways, Alexander Payne. I know people really love Sideways. It would probably be like a 3 to a 3.5 for me. Actually, all these that you have on your list here, I haven't seen in way too long. But at least I know all of them, and I do like all of them. So this is a good 4. Punch Drunk Love, PTA. Whenever PTA is in a 4, you're like already off to a head start. So a great one there. Punch Drunk Love. Sandler should have gotten a nomination for that. He didn't. Still hasn't. Maybe he will this year for Jake Kelly. Me and Ryan Castleman will both be talking about it on our respective channels, won't we, Ryan? You're damn right, brother. Ryan has the lab coat, though. He's killing it. His lab coat game is unrivaled. Fargo, you got to go the Coen. This was just Joel Coen, though. This is another one I haven't seen in forever. God, I love this movie, though. This was like Raising Arizona, but a murder mystery. It was so good. So I'll go 4.5 for Ryan Castleman, who is a damn legend. Also, if you watch this back, Ryan, you follow my YouTube. Why don't you follow me on Letterboxd? Like, what? I mean, I know you got to like take all your lab coats to the dry cleaners, but come on, bro. So he's the 5 seed, right? All right, so we need a 6 seed. Here we go. All right, so the randomizer gave me Heather CCC, 3 C's. Seems weird. Here she is. He or she, I think it's a she. Heather Triple C. Number 1 Frozen stan. Juno is great, although I might not be as high on it as a lot of people. I do love the Diablo Cody of it all, and it's good. Eternal Sunshine. First time that's shown up. That's a 5 out of 5 for me. So Heather's looking good there. And The Notebook, I really like. So I am okay with that. I'm confident in telling you guys that I fucking love The Notebook. Although I heard recently that Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling maybe didn't get along on set, which kind of bums me out because in my mind, that's a true story and they actually love each other and they're actually in their 90s. And that's just life imitating art. So I don't want to hear any of that shit. So yeah, so the 4 you have here, Heather, C. I'm going to give, you know what? I love the Notebook entry. Just the courage there, and then you made me tell everybody I love it too. Guilty pleasure, maybe? I don't know. Who gives a shit? I'm into it. Nicholas Sparks, the whole thing. Let's do it. It's up there for me too, so yeah. None I need to add to my watch list. Juno brought it down just a smidge, but I'll still say a 4 out of 5 on this Letterboxd 4 as well. Thanks for the entry. All right, we got 2 more to go here before we can finish the next bracket, and then I'm going to wrap up this first round of videos for this, whatever the hell this is going to be called. So let's see, randomizer, do your thing. It gave me Zenith, which I think is a channel regular, but the Letterboxd name is State the Obvious with underscores, I think. State the Obvious, there you go, Zenith Malhotra. All right. Ooh, an international viewer. Where's Bengaluru. Okay, I'm familiar with that, I think. Click on it. What happens when you click on it? Nothing happens. I thought it would take me to Bengaluru, but I guess not. So an international viewer. So this is probably going to be a little... I've seen It's a Wonderful Life, and I've seen The Boy and the Heron. I don't know these two. So I'm not going to be able to dock you for those, but I am going to be able to add some shit to my watch list. 5 stars. Look at that. So let's see here. This is a foreign film from India. I think Bengaluru is in India. I'm sorry, idiot with geography. It wouldn't let me click on the damn dot. Did you see that? I could have confirmed that, not sounded like this, but I didn't know. It says, like Stars on Earth, it says, Ishan is an 8-year-old whose world is filled with wonders that no one else seems to appreciate. Ishan cannot seem to get anything right in class. He is sent to boarding school where his life changes forever. Okay, so it's like be yourself, let your creative spirit rise kind of story. Seems like it's a feel-good movie. It's on the watch list. And then Ordet, is that how you say it? Ordet or Orday? I don't know this one. All right, so from Denmark, the 3 sons of a devout farmer have widely disparate religious beliefs. The youngest son shares his father's religion, but the youngest son has lost his faith, and the middle child is delusional and proclaims that he is Jesus. Sounds fucking wild, bro. I'm into it. I'm going to add it to the watch list. I'm not familiar with that one either. I got some fucking watching to do, guys. So I'll give yours a 3.5. I'm not in love with the Wonderful Life entry, and the other 2 I haven't seen. Boy and the Heron's the strongest, at least for me. Your recent activity is good. You're doing good things here. Drive My Cars, I love that movie. Before Sunrise is great, and I did not like Queer quite as much as you. I think I gave it a 3. No, I also gave it a 3.5, so we are on the same plane there. All right, I got the randomizer. Our final one that we're going to look at today before we look at the brackets gave me Andrew Fenton, but his letterbox is Ratatouille. Oh, I think we might be getting a insight into what might be on there. Ratatouille 5? I spelled Ratatouille right? Yeah, because he said his name was Andrew Fenton, and here's Andrew. He's a patron, which I like. Welcome to the show, brother Letterboxd. All right, Andrew's got, I believe that's David Lynch. Twin Peaks, maybe? Guess who he's followed by? I mean, I literally don't understand. I think she must have reshared this. This is crazy. So, 17 with way too much free time in Canada, and a cat on the profile pic, which I'm assuming is your cat. I'm a cat guy. I love it. You're living your best life at 17, bro. 17 again. Are you Efron or are you Matthew Perry? All right, let's see what Andrew's got here. So I think that's David Lynch. Ooh, look at this. Okay. So we have a bit of a cinephile here. This is, Andrew, do you have the Criterion channel? You have a subscription to the Criterion channel, don't you? Yeah. So it was Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me, though. And then another Lynch, Mulholland Drive, which is my favorite my favorite Lynch. Barry Lyndon. Now that's the Stanley Kubrick I can get behind from 1975. Again, I'm going to be covering that Oscars. So I wonder if Barry Lyndon will come up on that show. And then Old Boy, of course, the fucking classic Old Boy from Park Chan-wook. Probably his like masterpiece, although he's, in my opinion, done several. But probably the one he's going to be like known for is Old Boy. This is a great fucking 4. What are you, the 8? So you're going to be up against the 1 seed. Yikes, we could have an upset on our hands here. So yeah, based on this, I'm not in love with Fire Walk with Me. That one was a little too Lynch for me. I do like David Lynch, but that one was even a little bit crazier than like Eraserhead, which I loved. These 3 are just like, you can't beat them. So I'm going to give you a 4 out of 5. This is the only one that brings it down a little bit for me, but it is a great 4. And if you're 17, you got your whole life ahead of you. So don't let this change anything you're doing over there, Andrew, or Ratatouille 5. All right, here we go again for the matchups. I'm just going to say the name of who's advancing. Please don't hate me. Please don't be mad. This is just my opinion. This is all for fun, you know, whatever. The 1 seed is Luna. There you see her movies. The 8 seed is Ratman. There you see his films. These are both actually really good. I'm going to have to give it to Luna or Vanessa Kirby. You're advancing. I mean, come on. It's got a Nora. She has a Nora. She was the only one that had a Nora. What the hell? Then we have the 2 seed, which is Karam Dio, against the 7 seed, which is Willow. Looking at those, I'm going to have to give it to Karam Dio. Am I saying that right? Sorry, Willow. Love you. Karam Dio, you advance. All right, then we have my member Smash in the 3 seed against Dylan Du, if I'm saying that right, who is the 6 seed. Smash, I love you. So sorry. Dylan Du, that is literally me. That profile could honestly be a screenshot from my profile. That's me coded. Dylan, you advance. And then we have the 4-5 matchup, which is always very exciting. I'm just kidding. This has never happened before. Although it is exciting in college basketball in the 4 and 5 matchup. Cutter Corey, Tree of Life. That's going to hurt you. And then Slick Cinema Nick is the 5 seed. So this actually is tough. These are pretty even. Honestly, I'm just going to close my eyes. I'm going to open them, and whichever 4 I would want to watch right now over the other 4 is the one I'm going to pick. Slick Cinema Nick, you advance. A Tree of Life was a killer. All right, so that means in the next bracket, Luna, which is the 1 seed, there you see hers again, would face Dylan Doe. Oh my God. This is too much. Honestly, Luna, if it wasn't for the Wes Anderson, you would probably ride this thing out. But I'm just going to move on and say Dylan Du on to the final 4. And then we would have a matchup of our 2 seed, which is Karam Dio, and our 5 seed, which is Slick Cinema Nick. And in looking at those, I'm just going to say a name. I'm going to go Slick Cinema Nick. You advance to the final 4 as a 5 seed. That's impressive, sir. So that puts Slick Cinema Nick against Dylan Du. Wow. There you see, so a 5 and a 6 seed going against each other. I would not have expected that. Again, this does not matter. This is not college basketball. What am I talking about? But Dylan Du, man, and then look at Slick Cinema Nick. If it wasn't for the weird 17 again thing, I'm just going to say it. I love both you guys, but Dylan Du got the assignment. He is on to the finals. You advance, Dylan Du, if I'm saying that right. You got Mia Goth in your 4. I mean, of course you advance. All right, so over to the next bracket. So our seed is going to be Sully versus the 8 seed, which is Andrew. And there you see them. I'm just going to say the name. I'm sorry, I'm not into old cinema. That's actually my fault, not yours. But I'm going to advance 17-year-old Canadian, I think, right? Andrew, you advance, buddy. As the 8 seed, by the way, bit of an upset. Again, if this were sports, which it's not. Then you have the 2 seed, which is my actual real-life friend, Kayla, who apparently is Letterboxd friends with everybody that has an account. And the 7 seed, which is going to be Zenith from India, international viewer, which I like. All right, let's see here. So Kayla just has more that I know, and 3 of those are like 5-star films for me. I love Zenith, and I love that he's watching from India, and he's got some good shit on my watch list. But Kayla, you advance. Again, this is not because I know her personally. Then we have the 3 seed, Corey Martin, going up against Heather Triple C, who is the 6 seed. And Corey Martin has got that stacked group right there. I mean, I think it's a basic 4. Corey, I told you, you got to branch out a little bit. Put some art tour stuff in there. Put some underseen films in there. Some of your personal favorites that people haven't heard of. I'm going to be watching you if you advance on to the next video. But for now, you have 4 10 out of 10 bangers right there. Some of my all-time favorites, you advance, sir. And that just leaves the legend in a lab coat, Ryan Castleman, versus Tyree Odom. All right, so Tyree had some classic cinema, Spike Lee, and I love the 10 Things I Hate About You entry. Ryan Castleman also had Do the Right Thing, though, so they kind of cancel each other out. If I'm canceling them out and I'm just looking at everything that's left, I'm going to go with Ryan. Ryan, you're going to advance. So the 2 seed Kayla, that means she advances to play the 5-seeded Ryan that we were just talking about. So there you see Ryan's profile still on the screen there. I'll bring Kayla's back. And then looking in these, man, Ryan doesn't follow me, so I don't feel too bad. But I got to go with Kayla. She has a baller lineup there. With the exception of the blue thing, the blue Iron Giant thing. I mean, I don't know that one, but I mean, the other 3 are like, you can't, I mean, again, I don't want to explain myself. Sorry. Kayla, you advance to the final in your bracket. Oh my God, the tension is so high. And the last matchup before we see who moves on to the championship against Dylan Du, remember, That'll be the last matchup. We have Corey Martin against Andrew, the 3 seed versus the 8 seed. And Corey does have that basic 4, but I've already said they're all stellar. I love that Andrew's got the cat in his profile pick, and he's got 3 out of 4 that I would rewatch right this second. So based on numbers alone, Corey, you're going to advance to go against Kayla. So the 2 seed and the 3 seed will go against each other. Kayla finally is going to get overtaken, I think, because I'm just going on the mere fact that I know all 4 of Corey's films, and they're all 10 out of 10s. The blue Iron Giant thing messed you up, Kayla. I don't know that one. You're still my friend. We're still going to see weapons together this weekend. I love you, but you just don't advance against Corey. He moves on. And the last matchup we're going to look at to see who's going to be representing this video in the next video I do when I have 16 more contestants and we get down to that final matchup. Who is going to be the champion between Corey Martin and Dylan Dew? Let's look at the profiles again. Jesus Christ, this is hard. Good God in heaven. Let's see. I should just peel the Band-Aid off, right? I feel like I need to explain myself, but I said I wouldn't. I honestly don't know what to do. Okay, so Corey Martin's 4 are all 10 out of 10s, okay? Dylan Dew's 4, there's 2 9 out of 10s and 2 10 out of 10s. Based on that logic, Corey would advance. But sometimes the underdog hits the half-court shot at the very end here. So, in fairness, I have both of them in front of me. I love all 8 of these films, which makes sense that these are the 2 that ended up against each other. I'm giving too much commentary. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to look at these 2 profiles, and I'm going to ask myself in a split second, what 4 movies would I want to sit down and watch right now over the other 4? If these are the 4 I have to watch together. Here we go. Woo, doggy. Here we go. I love both you guys. Don't be upset. Who is the champion of this round going on to the next video? Oh my God. Why is it this hard? I'm going to go with the upset. I think Dylan Dew is going to advance as initially a 6 seed is going to prevail. I think the reason, though, which is probably not what Dylan wanted or intended to happen, is those are a lot more recent, and I haven't seen those 4 movies nearly as many times as I've seen the ones on Corey's list. So I would probably choose to rewatch the 4 on Dylan's list, and I've actually been itching to rewatch a couple of those anyway, Gone Girl especially, because I just did a whole thing on Rosamund Pike. Oh my God, Corey, you're new to Letterboxd. Don't let this dissuade you. Your 4 absolutely kills. I know you're a regular to the channel. I love you, brother. And everybody that participated and that threw their name in the hat for this, man, you guys tormented me. Some great movies. I added at least like 10 or so to my watch list. You guys are awesome. The idea is keep submitting your Letterboxd profiles on the post on YouTube. I'm going to share that post for you. If you weren't part of this video and you haven't submitted it yet, go over there, throw it in there. Somewhere down the road, I'm going to do another one just like this with 16 new contestants, and we're going to do a bracket all the way down to see who is going to be going up against Dylan and those 4 movies. Do you think your Letterboxd 4 can beat him to be the #1 Letterboxd 4? To me, what does that mean? Who cares? Guys, this was a lot of fun. I fear I'm going to pull my hair out when I edit it. Luckily, I have no hair, so it should go fine. Thanks for tuning into this video. Let me know what you thought of this content. Do you like this? Do you want me to keep doing it beyond the next video? I don't have to if you guys aren't into it, but I do love Letterboxd so much. Again, if you're not familiar with Letterboxd and you made it to the end of this video, check that link down below and join up and download the app for free, by the way. It is for every movie lover should definitely have that on their phone or their computer or device. Guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in as always, and do not forget to subscribe down below as I'm trying to reach 5,000 by the end of the year, and we're getting there. Thanks so much. I'll see you out here next time in the garage.